All right, coming up next, it's a UFC Women's Bantamweight Division matchup. All right, so here's Jessica Andrade, her 11 UFC wins, the most of any woman in UFC history, and of course the biggest among them, that slam knockout of Rose Namajunas to wrest the belt away back in 2019.
Her nickname is the Pile Driver, and that's exactly what she did against Rose Namajunas. From being behind in a fight, but just staying the course. It's always about her pressuring her opponents and getting her hands on them. When she knocked out Karolina Kowalkiewicz, you understood that you were watching something different because you don't see one-punch knockouts at 115 pounds in boxing for men or in the UFC for women. Jessica Andrade possesses that type of power, and she has a laundry list of some of the biggest names this division has ever seen on her resume.
Yeah, she's the total package, as classy as it gets, and she will try to leave this arena the way she came in, as the best strawweight in the world. Well, she's about as well-rounded as it gets, DC, and I know you didn't have the benefit of starting as a striker back in the day. First day she stepped in a gym, she was mixing all the different disciplines, and the results certainly speak to that commitment and dedication.
It shows. It shows in her ability to fight high-level competition right away. She does not need fights to build her up. She's prepared to fight the wrestler. She's prepared to fight the grappler. She's prepared to do a kickboxing match with the best kickboxers. Her life has prepared her for these moments. All the training, all the sessions, all the private sessions has made her ready to compete for a title right away.
Yeah, I would agree, and at least the early returns are that she looks comfortable and confident in every discipline and every martial arts situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 24 wins, 11 losses. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Jessica Andrade. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins, 5 losses. She stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri, USA, Megan Anderson. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Loving.
The veteran Eve Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready?
All right, fight clock is moving. We are now underway. Going to be interesting to see how this fight stylistically plays out between a true striker against a well-rounded.
This is a big-time fight field. People have been pining for this matchup for a really long time. They wanted to see how the striker would handle someone that would try to force them into uncomfortable situations. Let's see how this thing plays out.
And this might just be a matter of time.
Look at that.
Wow. All right, nice transition into full guard. If you're the top fighter, where do you go from here?
Try to posture up with some big ground and pound off, which will lead to you past the half guard.
She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, unable to do so. Nice denial by the bottom fighter.
Great recognition in the grappling transitions. Way to maintain that guard.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yeah, she's at her most dangerous when
She's got one of the best arm bars in the business, going for it now.
attacking arm bar.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
It's in there deep. There you go.
There's the tap. Yeah, really nice job by her there to execute the submission. Clearly she had an opening and she closed the show pretty effectively there. That is one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. So there she is, your winner by way of submission. A huge result for her here tonight. And you got to think that'll mute some of the naysayers she had coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop for this contest at 3 minutes, 33 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Jessica Andrade.
How about this young woman as the celebration is on? She sat down in our fighter meeting and she told us, to a man, to a woman, I'm going to submit her at some point in this fight, and that's exactly how she gets it done.
That's exactly how she got it done. She knew where the fight needed to be. And the moment she got a chance, the moment she got the submission locked in, she latched on that thing like you wouldn't believe it because she knew it was her chance.